What's going on, everyone? So, the Meeks twins, the only two of the core four, obviously the Carpenter sisters, are not in the upcoming Scream 7, but we got the Meeks twins. And this time, they are teaming up with Gail Weathers, supposed to help her on her reporting and stuff like that, and just, again, be a fixture in this upcoming Scream movie. Now, a lot of rumors, a lot of thoughts, a lot of theories on what's going to happen with the Meeks twins. What kind of role are they going to play in this film? Are they going to live? Are they going to die? Are they going to be Ghostface? Are they going to be a part of the cult if they go the cult route? Like, how is this all going to take place and play out, right? Both of these characters, you could argue, probably should have died in the last film, especially Chad, right? Like, the Chad, look, I like Mason Gooding. I like Chad. I mean, the studio and everybody really likes Mason Gooding. Radio Silence really liked Mason Gooding. That's why they brought him back for the second one. It actually was a lot like the David Arquette situation, where he was originally intended to die, but tested well with audiences, and then also they just really were fans of David Arquette, so they kept him around, right? So similar thing, similar process. But the reason I really thought Chad should have died is because you had such an awesome scene, like. That moment, that sequence with the two Ghostface and the double blade swipe and all that stuff was so great. And it was such a great kill until it wasn't, right? And it's just like, come on, man. Like, I'm all for, like, if you wanted Chad to survive, that's fine. Don't let him be the recipient of such a cool scene. It's kind of my point. Like, actually lead that to a death. Like, you should have had Danny die or something like that. Like, he snuck in to come help Sam and everybody, and then, ends up getting surprised with that attack because, Sam doesn't trust him or whatever because he snuck in, right? Like, whatever. You could have done such a cool scene, and I felt like you kind of botched it. But nonetheless, we got the Meeks twins back. I just want better character development for these two. Seriously, please give us something with these characters, right? Like, again, we've had 2 movies, and I still have no idea who they are as characters. Like, you have certain personality traits and stuff like that, but like, I feel like we don't really know these characters, right? And, most of the rant, like, can we not have a Mindy rant that is pointless? Like, she literally has a 3-minute rant in Scream 6, and not one thing in the rant happens. Not one. Like, literally, the closest we get to something actually happening is when Chad ducks, Ghostface knocks off one of the mannequin heads, and Chad goes, oh, decapitation. Like, that's literally the only thing that we get in that entire thing. And I get that's kind of like a running gag, like she's always wrong where Randy was always right. However, fine, if you want to do that, just do it in a shorter period, right? Like, don't have a 3-minute monologue that just is pointless. It's just literally time killer. So again, I want to see these characters built. I think that there's a lot of potential with these characters. I do think you could do some fun things with these characters, but you gotta do these characters justice. However, we see in the trailer, right? It appears like they're gonna be in a little bit of a squabble with Ghostface. I mean, we knew that there's gonna be an attack and they're going to be in the bar or coffee house or whatever it ends up being. The question is like, again, is this something where are they able to fight back against Ghostface? You see Mindy. So it looks like it's Mindy, Chad, and Celeste, who are in that. And you have a scene where Mindy's like fighting back and going toe to toe with Ghostface, and there's a moment where Chad looks like he ends up potentially or is about to get stabbed again. And then you have Celeste hiding, right? So I'm curious, is this going to be something where, maybe Celeste and Chad die? Maybe all 3 of them die? Maybe Celeste is the only one that survives and it was done purposely, right? Like, how interesting could that be where, like you go and it's like Celeste was the last one to be seen with the Meeks twins, and both Meeks twins end up dead. And now Celeste is kind of the one that's being questioned. And it's like, wait a minute, like, how come you're the only one that's so Ghostface? What, just let you live? Like, Ghostface just thought, hey, we're gonna give you the day off type thing, right? Like, you could add some kind of interesting kind of misdirections and storylines and stuff if you do that in a proper manner. But again, I'm all for awesome scenes. I'm all for these characters surviving, if you will, especially now that we know we have a Scream 8. I mean, at some point, you're going to have to start killing characters, right? Like, if every movie you have 9 characters surviving, it's like, come on, man. Like, because, all of a sudden you have, let's say, Gail and Sydney and Mark and Tatum, and, then you have the Meeks twins, and then you have Gail, and it's just like, you got 9-10 characters all surviving every movie. Now, again, with Scream 8, if it's one of those things that kind of carry over, right? Like if this is kind of again, like the setup foundation and kind of overarching story, then fine. You kind of, this bleeds into Scream 8, then I could get on board with something like that, to where, like, yeah, you have 10, 11 characters surviving, but it's because, like half of them are going to die in the next movie. And, you kind of have this bloodbath in Scream 8, right? And everybody dies type thing. I think that is something that could be kind of cool, kind of interesting. But, again, I want to see good character development from the Meeks twins. I want to see, whatever they decide to do with Chad and Mindy, whether they die or survive or whatever. Again, just give us quality in their characters, in their death scenes, right? Like, and again, stop wasting awesome moments, deaths, and sequences on characters that you want to survive. Because it's not a secret, like to the studios, like they know, like, okay, Chad's gonna survive at the end. Okay, then give us a quality scene. Like, you can have an awesome moment and sequence, and let us know he's gonna survive at the end or something, right? Like, or how ironic would it be if he died to something silly, like he just gets like stabbed in the arm, and or like gets stabbed in the stomach again, and like that one just gets him, right? Like, dude, this guy's been completely butchered every movie, and dude gets like a paper cut and kind of dies. But again, I want good character development. That's my only thing, right? You keep bringing these Meeks twins into the fold, fine, that's great, okay, cool, but we need to continue to grow and build them as characters. Can't just be like, hey, so yeah, they're here. Okay, why? What purpose do they serve? What, like why are we supposed to care about these characters? Why do we want to see them live? Why do we want to see them die? Right? Like, why, if they die, does it even matter? You want all of these things. So hopefully they do a good job. Hopefully they do justice to these characters. We will see. But again, I'm excited. I'm excited to see the Meeks twins. Excited to see how they kind of approach this upcoming Scream film. But anyway, as always, this is a discussion. Pass question to you. Let me know your thoughts and opinions down in the comments. That being said, if you haven't liked this video, hit that like button. Helps me a lot. We enjoy these types of videos, and I truly appreciate it. Not subscribe channel. What are you doing? Hit that subscribe button. Turn on the bell notifications. Appreciate y'all. See you in the next one.